So prize pools are low in Smash compared to other T1 and T2 esports. Like when you look at our amount of viewership, amount of attendees, Smash, Ultimate, and Melee are pretty big games when you compare them to other big esports. They're not tier 1 esports, but I think we're pretty firmly in the tier 2 area in terms of viewership, players. Smash gets a particularly crazy amount of in-person attendance, which other games are just not capable of getting. Basically, being able to pull people out in person is something very unique to Smash and something that makes it special. So prize pools are low in Smash compared to these other games that are sort of in the similar realm as them. So why is that the case? So there's the two obvious cornerstones of this, right? One, we have way lower sponsorship revenue than these other games. We don't do a lot of sponsorship sales compared to a game like, say, League of Legends or Counter-Strike. These games have sales teams at companies that sell on the events and bring in a ton of revenue. When you see a Mercedes sponsorship, that company is paying a bunch of money to support that event in exchange for an advertisement, right? Smash has historically been really, really bad at this. That's why Papa John's is such a big deal, because that deal is so big, especially for our community. There's never been a deal like that for the Smash community before. Historically, these events have gotten almost no sponsorship money, and the few sponsors that are willing to work with Smash events pay really low because they know they can get away with it, or Smash TOs do not have the tools to negotiate properly. You need capital up front to pay a good salesperson a lot of money to sell on your event. Even for BTS, a company with a sales department, it took years to get to a point where they could have deals of that scale, right? BTS is the closest thing to a huge sales team, and it's not big, that the Smash community has. And then the other reason is a lack of developer support. So for a game like League of Legends, where Riot steps in, right? Riot is putting the money up to support the prizing in their game, in Valorant or League. Esports is kind of a marketing expense, right? Esports around your game is a way of sustaining and growing and marketing the game and having people buy skins and things like that, right? So they have motivation to support and put money into the scene. Unlike us, obviously Nintendo has not given us a lot of money over the years. They haven't supported prize pools. For whatever reason, I'm not going to dig into why Nintendo doesn't support shit. I'm just saying Nintendo doesn't give us money, right? So there is no dev money to support us. I'm not saying we want it. I'm not saying it would be good to have it. I'm not speculating as to why we don't have it. I'm just saying it's not there.